Hey guys, it's Jessica here for the next episode, and today what I'm going to be doing is actually refurbishing something for my mom. So my mom has asked me to paint a couple of things for her before, and of course the answer is yes because she's awesome. So today she actually found a really cool thrift store find, which is just kind of something that we really love to do. And this one is going to be to store some of her art projects that she likes to do. So when she is just kind of doing any kind of painting or any of her projects, or she likes to do some of the macrame stuff, she just kind of wanted a box to be able to easily carry all of her supplies and, in and out of the room that she's working in. So she found this, and it's just a little bit old and worn. The feet of it, actually, I've already sanded down. If you can see kind of where I've sanded it, it was just in really bad shape. It had actually expanded the wood. And the painting on this, although it's nice, it just really doesn't have a lot of color right now. So I want to do something for her that's really going to make this pop and just really freshen it up. During some of the sanding, some of it has gotten damaged a little bit more as well, just visually. So I'm going to be doing this project for her. I don't think that we're going to need to do any painting on the inside of the box. It actually looks like it's in pretty good shape, but I'm definitely going to be addressing these sides. It's just kind of like a very moss green color, and then this picture on here. And honestly, I'm really not 100% sure of where I'm going to be going with this paint and kind of the style that I'm going to be using. I've come up with maybe like 10 or 20 ideas, and I haven't really settled on one. So I think what I'm going to do is incorporate multiple painting techniques, multiple colors. Her favorite color is that pastel aqua that I've kind of used on some of my other stuff. So I'm definitely going to be incorporating some of that. But other than that, we're kind of going to just go with the flow on this one and kind of see what we come up with and how many of those ideas I can incorporate into this. So I'm excited to do this one because this is one that I really don't have a definitive before and after in mind. She did tell me she wants it to be colorful and fun, so I know that that is the goal, colorful and fun. So I'm looking forward to getting started, and I know it's going to come out awesome, whatever it ends up being. And again, please check out my other videos, and if you like, please click like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and share it to all of your friends because I'm super excited every time I get a new subscriber. It's pretty awesome. We're already up to 20. So anyway, we will get started, and let's go. Okay, so now we are actually on day 2. I was able to get a lot of the painting done yesterday, and like I said, I really have so many ideas for this project, and I'm not really sure which ones to land on, but just to kind of complicate things a little bit more, I did come up with a couple more ideas, more to make this box as functional as possible. So we just took a trip to Home Depot to see if we could find some of the things that I would need to make this work. So one of the ideas was to put some wheels, these casters, on the bottom of the box so that if my mom is using the box and it's sitting in front of her, she would easily be able to slide it from one position to the next. So that seems like it's going to work sufficiently. And then I was thinking in the top of the handle, I was going to make a couple of holes and put a couple of clips there. And I actually found this brand new strap from a purse that I had gotten, one of those ones if you want to make it a shoulder strap. That way, when she wants to carry it from one room to the next, as opposed to, I'll show you the box again, just grabbing onto this handle and thinking if we have a strap that comes from each side, she can throw it over her shoulder and just make it a little easier. So that's another kind of functional thing. And then we had a couple more ideas. My mom said that I could make it similar on both sides, but not exactly the same. And I do love things to be symmetrical. So I was trying to kind of find some ideas of functionality. And since it's okay for each side to be a little bit different, I thought maybe for her macrame or just hanging some of the items that might be easier to hang than put in the box, we got this really cool little double hook from Home Depot. So I'm going to put that on one side. And then I'm not sure which one of these is going to work best, but I've got two handles here. One is a little more decorative, but it's going to be a little harder to install because it requires doing like a pre-drill hole and finding the right size screw. This one can be screwed on right from the front if you see like the hole is right in the front of the hardware. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to end up using. But I was thinking when she does her macrame, she could start it there and have something kind of tied to the handle while she works, so she could actually put the box in front of her and work that way instead of having to find like something else to tie the macrame to. So I'm just trying to kind of think of every angle and think of the different projects and things that she's going to be using this box for. So I did have one little issue where the wheels ended up not being long enough for the bottom of the box. So this little area here, between this area and the feet, the wheels aren't quite long enough. So I went ahead and I pre-cut this piece of wood. It's just kind of a scrap piece of wood. I'm going to paint it and cover it up really nice, of course. But I was able to cut this down to size. It fits perfect. And what I'm going to do in the next clip is use some wood glue, and we're going to put that, you see it fits perfect in the bottom, and it's going to be nice and flush to the bottom. So that way when the wheels go on, it's going to be just perfect. It'll end up extending just beyond those little feet of the box, and it'll be perfect to roll back and forth. So I just kind of wanted to get you guys up to speed on the next set of stuff that we're going to do. I'm basically going to be working on the bottom of the box right now. I still have a lot of different ideas for the actual paint design, but I think I'm starting to narrow them down. So I will definitely be moving on to some of the painting today too. So this is going to be day 3 of working on the arts and crafts box. I was able to figure out getting the wheels onto the bottom. I was having a little difficulty with the size of the screws that I was using, so I had to switch and use a smaller size. I did also go ahead and pre-drilled a couple of holes here for where we're going to eventually put the straps onto the box so that it's a little easier for carrying. I wanted to also have just kind of a shoulder strap option for going from one room to the next. And we did go ahead and fill in the black paint here on the top. So I am going to do another coat. It seems like the black is taking 2 coats to put on just to kind of get it all filled in really nice. And then we're going to start with the decorative portion. I am going to use a little bit of that stenciling technique only because when my mom was here, she actually pointed out one of the plants in the garden that would be really cool for stenciling. So because she mentioned it, I'm going to go ahead and use one of those leaves and probably a smaller size so that we can do a little bit of a variation in color to get a little bit of a shadowing effect. Also to make a tropical style leaf for a tropical plant. which I'm thinking is going to be probably a bird of paradise, and then I'll add some other flowers around it. So we're at the stage where I can start doing the fun decorative stuff. This is definitely taking a little longer because I'm adding in a bunch of stuff that I guess normally wouldn't be on this style craft box, but I do just kind of want it to be something multifunctional. And I actually came up with one other idea just to make it a little bit more convenient, which I'll show you a little bit further along. I'm basically going to be adding some hooks to the side here so that a little container can just kind of hook right here. So if she's using brushes or paints or things like that, it's something she can take out of the box and hang on the side of the box while she's working. So it's just something where you don't have to keep going in and taking things out. They'll just be a little bit more readily available here. So, and I think that's probably going to top off all the ideas that I have for the box. As you can see now, it's really easy to roll. You can roll it in circles. You can actually just push it with your foot. So if it's sitting next to a couch and needs to be pushed out of the way, it's going to be super duper easy to do that now. So we will get started on the decorative stuff now. I'm going to head out to the garden and find those leaves and find some of the little tools that I'll need for the stenciling effect, and then we're going to use some other painting techniques as well. So I'm looking forward to starting the next fun part, and so let's go.
Come on,
Okay guys, so it has been about a week of doing this project, but today is the day and we finally get to bring it to my mom and surprise her. I know she is going to just absolutely love it, or at least I hope she's going to. But I wanted to just give you guys kind of a run through of all the cool features that we added to this box, in addition to the brand new paint job. So as you saw before briefly, we put wheels on the bottom of this box. So it's really cool now and functional in a way that instead of having to pick this box up and carry it with her from room to room, she's actually going to be able to roll it like this. And one of the features that I actually installed on here was this little handle and made her this cute little keychain. And so what she's going to be able to do is have options, which will be really nice for her. So she can actually take this, which was that purse strap I showed you from before, and put this right on here. So instead of having to lift this box, which is going to be filled with heavy stuff later, she can literally just roll it across the room. And if she doesn't want to do it that way, she can take the same strap and go ahead and hook it right up here to these nice little links here that we put. And of course we did those decorative bows as you saw. And now she has another option. So she can just pick this box right up and throw it over her shoulder and carry it from room to room. As this is not going to be a box that she leaves the house with, but room to room, this is going to be so much easier for her. So we wanted to install that feature. But we didn't stop there. So, like I said, to make things more complicated, I kept coming up with other ideas. And one of those was these cute little hooks. Super easy. You can get them from any hardware store. And these you actually don't even need to screw in. They just twist right in, as you saw in the video. And for this, I wanted to make it so she could take one of these little containers, which I actually found at the dollar store, and do something like this. So one of the reasons she wants this box is for painting. And what easier way than to keep your brushes here and just kind of store them right inside that box to perfect fit. And when she's ready, she can just take them out and hook it right here. And now when she's working, she doesn't have to keep going in and out of that box for everything. And one of the last features that we installed here was this cute little hook. And that's because my mom loves to do macrame. And by having this little hook here, instead of bringing a chair over, which is what she's doing now, and starting the project that way and kind of weaving as she sits and watches TV, she can just put it right on this little hook. And that's going to make it so much easier for her instead of having to bring something over separate every time. And then, of course, as always, I'll go ahead and I'll show you. This is the final paint job. Now remember I told you, she said the goal was going to be just kind of fun and colorful. And so that's what we did here, fun and colorful. And she instructed me similar but different. So we did flowers during the day and flowers at night. And then we just added some of these other cool stitching features and things. And of course, I did the clear coat as always. So again, I really thank you guys for watching this video. Please, if you like, go ahead and click like. Please go ahead and subscribe and share this video as well. And make sure you click that little bell that's going to notify you of all the videos in the future because we have a lot more coming. So as usual, thank you guys and have a great rest of your day.